Just as the superintendent said directly after the groundbreaking, Mayor, it is our job to plant steel and concrete in the ground and grow you a building that will change this area for generations to come.
To welcome our new neighbors with projects like the Field House in this good community we already know exists. Am I interrupting you?
No, just like the ground. You're good.
That was then, and this is now. This major project, the Field House, is just one shining example of the progress we continue to make in the city of Hagerstown, and a tangible sign that the future is now.
Hey, Mayor.
Oh wow, right on cue.
Am I interrupting something?
No, not at all.
Dude, this place is awesome. You don't want to shake my hands after being in these gloves, but I'll see you later in the video.
Apparently, his timing is one thing that hasn't changed, and now, like former Mayor Martinez, I've experienced it firsthand. I'm Bill McIntyre, Mayor of the City of Hagerstown, and while I'm a sign that a new administration is now in place to help guide what lies ahead, it was the vision of a new day and good ground that came before that got us here. As best-selling business author Joel Barker wrote, without vision, action is merely a dream. Action without vision just passes time. Vision with action can change the world, and as you can see, it's certainly changed our landscape. And speaking of vision, and that which will lead us into the future, there's no better living, breathing embodiment of that than the members of our Hagerstown Youth Council. And that's why the City Council and I have enlisted them to help lead us through this year's State of the City video as we take stock of the future that is now our present. And being one myself, I feel like there's no one more qualified than city business owners to provide us with valuable perspective on that. So let's start with some of the visionaries who have invested in and continue to invest in Hagerstown.
What is it that you think attracts people to the Broad Axe? And is it something tangible, or would you say it's something intangible? Or would it maybe just be a combination of both of those things?
Yeah, that's a good question, and one I've thought about sometimes throughout the years. This March will be my 13th year of owning it. And I think it is a mixture of both. I think the intangible that we have going for us is the community measure of this place. Normally, anytime you come down here, you're going to run into someone you know or an acquaintance of someone. So it's a very good social atmosphere for mixing and meeting other people in this town. And a lot of people from outside town, first times in and stuff like that. And then I think more so on the tangible side, it's competitive pricing, fairness. You want to give value for every dollar that any person ever earns. You know, it's tough, and we all need to be fair and make sure we're all doing our parts and make sure we can all come out and have a beer and something to eat. Having
enjoyed a long history of success, the Broad Axe has become a pillar of the downtown. So what's your recipe for continuing on with that?
Oh, well, I'm flattered by that, but a lot of hard work, Alan. Like anything in life, to make anything work and to achieve anything you ever set a goal to, it takes a lot of work and dedication. But supporting the downtown, much like yourself and your youth council, it's reaching out and it's being part of the town and part of our community and getting to know the people and helping the people in any way we can. And just, I think that's a good starting point to have a long-term business downtown, is to be social about it and be a part of it.
So first things first, I was just wondering, why Hagerstown, and what in particular led you to the Up to Graph building?
We first toured the Up to Graph building back in 2020, towards the end of that year, and we wanted to come to a downtown location where the city's amenities would be attractive to someone wanting to live downtown, work downtown, and have those other social amenities to enjoy. At the time, the baseball stadium was a rumor, it's just a conversation. Nothing had been finalized. So we are actually planning to come to the city pre-baseball stadium even being announced.
So I know your plan is 100% occupancy, and with the theme of today's video being the future is now, and with the city having a number of transformative projects to really revitalize the bones of our city, what does that enable you to say to prospective and future tenants and to attract them and bring them in to our lovely downtown Hagerstown.
We are currently sitting at 50% occupancy, give or take. So what that means for us, we've got 21 units, we got about 11 units rented. So we have the ability to bring on more tenants and put more people on the streets here in the downtown. And I think moving forward, I truly believe that the city wants to be an active partner in the revitalization of, as you said, some of the bones, some of the structures around the city. And I truly believe that the city is taking great steps to continue to foster a thriving community downtown that everybody wants to, come out and eat, enjoy a show, enjoy, art, music, sports. And I truly believe the city is working in conjunction with the state, other entities to really make sure that, this is a thriving community for everyone.
The theme of the State of the City video is "The Future is Now." And as your grand opening was just a few weeks ago, and the Hub City Brewery is embarking on making a new slogan, "Craft brews and creating community a reality." Tell me what that looks like.
Well, first off, I want to say, credits all to David for being the visionary. He can see an old building where everyone else looks like, an old empty warehouse and see what it could be. And so this is really, proof of his vision and reality. This building was built for the community, being the original market building, 100 years ago. And so we really want to continue that feeling and that idea here. And so not only are we making craft beers and spirits, but we really want to craft this into a community space as well. So that means live music like we had on our grand opening. It also means bringing back the farmers market, which we are in the middle of gathering vendors for that, which we're really excited to roll out in April.
We'd like to think that we're replacing what people think we took away.
Your investment in the city has been significant. What do you say to other investors concerning the reciprocal investment of the city has made in you and your vision?
The city has been awesome. Support, financial help, just management guidance. I've been in the area for almost 25 years, and for the first time in the last couple of years, I've ever seen Hagerstown take the approach it's taking now. It's really investing in itself, and you see it all over the place with the stadium and all the other businesses that are coming downtown. The outlying areas are exploding, so Hagerstown's on an awesome track.
The theme of the video is about the future having arrived to Hagerstown. But what does that future hold for the future of the Thoburn's?
Well, this is the 10th building that we've bought in the city of Hagerstown, and we still currently own a couple on Potomac Street. But to us, the city is full of opportunity and vibrancy. There's so many great things happening downtown with the new field house, new stadium, the new Hub City brewery, with our venue, which is about to open a new 700 capacity room this year. So we see great things happening downtown, and we're really excited to be a part of it.
It's a great sign when we can have a sold out show in our venue and at the same time have a big crowd over at the new brewery. That's a lot of activity on an evening for the old historic downtown.
Yeah, I agree. It must help you guys a lot.
Well, we've tried to be a good part of it and work hard towards bringing people downtown. Last year, we brought over 30,000 people downtown between the record store and the venue.
Well, 30,000.
The city as much as the store, and encourage people when they come into town to shop here to go dine at one of the downtown restaurants or visit the city park. Just promoting that there are other things to do here besides shop in our store.
Thank you guys so much for your time and just helping out with this video and the Hagerstown Youth Council as well.
Bonjour. While I've been on council for a few months, I've been a downtown small business owner for about 3 years. And let's just say that having a small business downtown definitely has its perks, like being within walking distance to support your local business owners. With new businesses popping up, a new garage now open, it's more foot traffic than my app can track. It's like everything we've envisioned is finally here, and I love it. And you know what that means for locally owned businesses? More people in town who need things, whether it's a cool handmade scarf, access to an event planner, or making a candle of their own, they can find it and do it all right here. And the best of all, the result of the successful businesses is our happy customers. I've gotten to know their names, their pets, and their pets' names, and even their favorite coffee. And it's the support and guidance of our city's very own community and economic development team that makes this all happen. So if you've been thinking about opening a business, the future is now. Choose Hagerstown. Small town charm, big town growth, and a whole lot of coffee.
The future is now in Hagerstown. And as the city evolves through revitalization, partnerships, the effort of service agencies, and the strengthening of our neighborhoods, the latter of which just received a significant boost in the South End thanks to a $3 million award from Governor Wes Moore's Enough Act initiative. Bester Community Hope will work to ensure the money is invested and the resources necessary to help families break the cycle of generational poverty, and in the line to receive $6 million more next fiscal year, and could get an additional $6 to $10 million each of the following 2 years, creating an unprecedented opportunity to uplift the South End from surviving to thriving. And as the newly elected body, we are crafting our own strategic plan in a similar way so that we support and uplift the city's communities, which is the idea behind the restoration of the historic American Hall on Bethel Street. Since this time last year, there is now a contract in place to do the work, and the site plan is ready to be submitted, all while grant funding continues to be pursued for this long-time pillar of the Jonathan Street community. And nothing brings communities together like our city's many events. And one particular that's near and dear to my heart, I hope the city administrator will mention. Just so you know, it starts with Caribbean and ends with Carnival.
In 2024, Hagerstown celebrated a vibrant array of events with this amazing facility, Meritus Park, emerging as a central hub of activity. The park's grand opening on May 17th marked a significant milestone, featuring the Hagerstown Flying Boxcars inaugural game against the Staten Island Ferry Hawks. Throughout the summer, Meritus Park hosted diverse events, including the Maryland Symphony Orchestra Night on June 25th and the Soundwaves Live Music Festival on August 10th, featuring country music stars like Joe Nichols. The park played host to the Homecoming of Hope, as Hagerstown's own Olympic bronze medalist Aaron Brooks got his day and his key to the city on September 7th. And the festivities continued into the fall with Boxtoberfest, which offered attendees a taste of local brews and live entertainment. Additionally, the revival of Hagerfest on September 21st transformed the cultural trail into a lively celebration of music, art, including artists painting murals on site, and community spirit, rekindling a tradition from over 3 decades prior. Beyond Meritus Park, downtown Hagerstown buzzed with over 70 activities in 2024, such as the St. Patrick's Day Street Festival, Midweek Music and Market, Latino Heritage Day, the Juneteenth celebration, holiday pop-up shops, and yes, the Caribbean Carnival, among others. The city's Parks and Rec Department's lineup of numerous family-friendly events included Touch a Truck and Train at City Park in May, where staff from several city departments got to show off and educate kids and adults alike on the equipment they use every day. These events collectively underscored Hagerstown's commitment to fostering community engagement and cultural enrichment throughout 2024.
The City of Hagerstown is all about community, building it, bolstering it, and making sure every voice is heard. Through a network of resident-led groups known as the Neighborhood First program, citizens work side by side with city staff and the Hagerstown Police Department to forge relationships based on trust that foster pride and ownership and lead to a stronger, more connected community. Which is also the goal of the Choice Neighborhoods program, a federally funded initiative designed to transform targeted sites by creating a community-based housing plan through a partnership between the Hagerstown Housing Authority and the city. By prioritizing people over neighborhood and housing, the entities are utilizing a $500,000 planning grant from HUD to engage residents and local businesses in an effort to move closer to the next step, finalizing a draft plan that will enable application for a $50 million implementation grant in October. While we keep our fingers crossed about that, you're encouraged to make your mark now by joining one of the city's 8 boards and commissions. These volunteer groups rely on the expertise and passion of the community members to assist in areas such as planning, ethics, and traffic. And when it comes to our youth, there's no finer example of what community support can accomplish than an incredible new Boys and Girls Club under construction right here on Pennsylvania Avenue. Where more than any place else, the future is now. We truly have so much to be proud of, and Hagerstown continues to grow stronger every day. Together, we're building a brighter future, one neighbor at a time.
The City of Hagerstown, like many municipalities nationwide, continues to take steps to address public safety. Strength in numbers is important, and I'm proud to announce that since being elected to the City Council, we voted to approve an increase of 9 officers to the authorized sworn Hagerstown police force, bringing it to a total of 100. Equally encouraging for the city is Class 10 of the Washington County Police Academy. Of the 30 cadets in that class, 18 are with HPD, which is the most we've ever had. And once the department achieves full staffing, it can hire more detectives and school resource officers, beef up the patrol division, and even place community resource officers back in select neighborhoods. In the meantime, as residents, we have an excellent resource for learning firsthand all facets of what city police work entails and how we can help keep our streets safe. It's the Hagerstown Citizens Police Academy, which I highly recommend as a 2023 graduate. In 2024, the Hagerstown Fire Department didn't miss a beat in adding to its outstanding incident response record and continued its growing commitment to safety education through public engagement. In addition to responding to over 4,300 calls altogether, of the 262 fire calls they answered in the city, not a single fatality resulted. A remarkable statistic attributed to HFD's concerted efforts related to their pre-smoke alarm program and the 92 community events at which they engaged with the community to help promote fire safety. And that was while they were in the process of moving their headquarters from Church Street to Elridge Drive. And as 2025 has begun, the Hagerstown Fire Department hasn't stopped finding new ways to get the word out to keep us all safe.
Another long day on the job. Actually, I don't work here. There's a lot of good people that do. I just happen to be an elected official that supports the economic investment that these places bring. Contrary to the conspiracy theories on social media, these large structures cropping up around our community, they're not sitting empty, and they certainly aren't being installed by some new world order to warehouse citizens in some apocalyptic lockdown. Truth is, they simply represent the evolution of the average American consumer, which continues to migrate toward the lifestyle and convenience of shopping without ever leaving the chair. While it seems like they're buying up every farm across the county, here's the reality. There's been a total of 8 warehouses constructed in the city over the past 5 years, and there's 3 more underway. These projects constitute more than $620 million in total investment and are set to top $1 billion in the next few years. They employ more than 2,000 people, not counting the construction jobs, and provide fairly competitive wages for the region. Best of all, these properties generate several million dollars in local taxes annually for both the city and the county, with that number set to grow more than $7 million once the economic incentives expire. That means revenue for things like new roads and parks and additional public safety services without generating demand for additional water supply and sewer supply or new schools, which is good since it doesn't look like there are any plans to build more anytime soon. Well, enjoy the rest of the day. I gotta get home and see how many packages are on the porch from my Amazon cart today.
From where we live, to how and where we do business, to where we play, the landscape of the city continues to change. As the old adage goes, there's no time like the present. And as this video has shown, it's Hagerstown's time. The future is now.
Actually, Mayor, the game starts in a few minutes. It's time to wrap it up.